Rule number one to be a boss ass bitch, never let a clown nigga try to play you. And if he play you, then rule number two is fuck his best friend and make them yes men. Ah, 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 ah.
Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Adaora. Today we're going to be doing a story time. Okay, and let me give you the tweet and let me say story time, okay? The tweet says, y'all ever notice it be the niggas with Bible names doing the worst shit? Cause facts, and I have the story for that. Ready? So when I initially made a Tinder, it was around the time where I wasn't really like talking to like anyone for real, okay? Like I was bored. I made it out of pure boredom, and if you know me personally, you know I love all the bullshit, I love all the shenanigans, so I was with all the shenanigans, right? So I was swiping on Tinder, swipe. Eventually, I came across someone that I liked, so I was like, okay, cool. We were talking, we were vibing, it was good, right? It got to the point where like we wanted to like meet each other like in person or something like that. I think we only talked on Tinder for maybe like a week before like we met in person. And so like we met in person, and he came over to my house, and it wasn't weird at all. Like he wasn't catfish. He was the person that he posted on his thing. Like it was great. Okay. Oh well, great. Okay. We were damn near playing house. Like after that point in time, like he was always coming over, always hanging out. We were always together. We were always hanging out here, but like we weren't really hanging out like at his place or in public or anything like that, right? So there were just so many red flags throughout the whole like 6-month duration of this relationship. Red flag number one, okay? So one day he called me, I was getting ready for an exam, and he called me and he was like, oh, like, I have to tell you something, you may not like it. At this point in time, me and him had been already talking for like 2 months. Like, and when I mean talking, we were like hanging out all the time. He was here all the time. Okay, so we're already like doing this for a long time every day, right? Well, not a long time, but like it was like consistent enough where it felt like a long time. And he was like, hey, like I have a question for you, you're gonna be mad. I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna be mad, like tell me anything. He was like, how would you feel if I was gonna have kids, hypothetically? And I'm like, well, hypothetically, like this kind of stuff be happening to everyone. Because you know we're getting to an age where people actually like do this type of stuff, and not that it's okay. I mean, like, it's okay. Like if you can afford it, like it's not as foreign as to say like a teenager getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant to someone that's in their early 20s get someone pregnant, you know. So he was like, so I told him that. He said, oh, well, I'm having 2 boys with my ex-girlfriend, right? And they're due in 2 weeks.
Bruh.
Like when he told me that, I was dead ass shaking. I was pissed. All right, like how are you gonna keep such a secret from me for that long, right? We were doing this for a long time at that point, so like it made sense because we were always hanging out here and we never hung out at his place. So I finally asked him like, why weren't we hanging out at your place? And he said it was because he had all the baby stuff on his like in his apartment getting ready for the babies, right? Most people like they would be like, oh, like fuck this shit, like I'm not doing this, I'm not nobody's stepmom. Look, when I like somebody, sense out the window, okay? Like I wasn't thinking. So I have some more red flags. Red flag number 3, there's like 7 red flags to be honest. Okay, red flag number 3 is I finally like bully him into letting me come to his house. You know, I'm not gonna be judgmental, like you're good being a good dad, which is good. It's good, dude, but I'm not this stepmother, right? I went over to his house, and he didn't like warn me like when I walked in there, but when I walked in there, it was like ridiculous. There was not videos, like pictures of him and his baby mom, like in our, like on the wall, like blown up on the wall. And then on this side, there was like pictures of the babies, right? Basically, like what I walked into was a family home.
What is going on here?
And I was like, oh, so like, does your baby mom like live here or something? Because y'all over here having a whole family home with the pictures and the cribs and the bed. Like, if you would have asked me, I would have thought they were married or something by the way the house was looking. And he was like, oh no, like, we're not doing all that. I'm just here to take care of the kids. And I was like, so where do you sleep? He said, on the couch. I'm like, and where does she sleep? On the bed. So you're trying to tell me that you live with your baby mom in one house and didn't want to tell me nothing, but still want to be out here messing with these girls, aka me.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
I was like dead shook that day. And what also was funny is the fact that like I asked him for the Wi-Fi password, and the Wi-Fi password was literally like his name and the girl's name, and then that was like the name of the Wi-Fi, and the password was the two babies' names.
I'm trying not to. Oh no.
Like, ew, like, what did I walk into? Ew. Now, wow. But little old dumb ass naive me, I didn't care. Well, I did care. We fought about that, but like it was like I was over in like a couple of days. You know, he was giving me what I wanted, which was like the attention. Okay, so the other red flag that made me realize that this nigga had me fucked up was when so because we were like just too deep into this at that point, I like deleted my Tinder. Like after I met him, like I wasn't really searching because he was like giving me what I needed as far as like emotional support. But unknown to me, he still had his Tinder. So one day we're hanging out in my room like normal, duh. I hear like the Tinder noise on his phone, and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm just like scrolling through Tinder. I was about to beat him up because I was like, what are you doing on Tinder? Like, we have already had this discussion that like we are like exclusive, okay? There's no 1 2 plus 3. There's no 1 plus 1 plus 1. Like, there's none of that. It's me and you. And I've already given you so many chances of all the bullshit things that you've possibly done in the past like 3-4 months, right? He was like, oh, like, okay, like, I won't do it. And, you know, but, you know, these men don't listen. So he continued to, like, go on Tinder and stuff. And one day he mentions someone that I know. Let me give a name to her, too. Okay, her name is Allie. Okay, so he mentions, like, oh, like, I saw this girl named Allie on Tinder. And I was like, Allie? That sounds familiar. I know Allie. He was like, oh, it's probably not the same one. I pull up her IG immediately, send it to him. He's like, oh yeah, that's her. And you know, I was like really reasonable when I was talking to him about this because I was like, okay, so I'm not about to sit here and tell you who you can and can't speak to because that's crazy, but I would really respect it if you didn't like pursue anything more with her just because like we are exclusive and I'm not here for disrespect. And also like no one in my school or any like nobody I knew him, which is what made things like more fun for me because then I had like my privacy to myself. No one was digging into my business, like stuff like that, right? So he was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'm not gonna try to go smack at her. I'm just gonna we're just gonna talk, we're just gonna be friends. I'm like, okay, bet, like you can be friends with her, like I'm not gonna be mad about it. Let's now fast forward to Halloween. Okay, so Halloween weekend comes around. That year I did not go out. I was actually at work and I got off really late, right? So after I got off really late, I called him because I wasn't doing anything. Hey, like I just got off work, I'm bored, like what do you want to do? Let's hang out, I'll bring food, we could watch a movie, right? It was like, oh, like I just feel like being with myself. I feel like being on the game, and like I don't really like watching him be on the game. So, and he knows that. Cause I just feel like being on the game. I was like, okay, like that's fine. Like you can be on the game, perfectly okay. I'm not angry at you, right? So I took my black ass home and I sat down in my black ass bed right here and was just going through my social media, watching my Netflix, going through Snapchat. And you know how Snapchat has like the little snap locations where you could like see where people are and stuff. So I did that, but I wasn't doing it to snoop on him. I did it to see where all the parties were at, okay? Just in case I wanted to get up and go to a party, right? Like the Halloween parties. So I'm looking at the area where like my university's at and like all the schools are. And then way out the way, I see Allie's like Bitmoji, like near his house. So I like zoom in, like see like what's going on. And it's at, like she is in fact at his house. Like Allie is there. I call him immediately, like, but I call him on some chill shit, like, hey, like, do you have somebody over there? He was like, no, why would I have somebody over there? I'm just on the game. So as soon as he lied, the way I screenshotted that snap mask and sent it to him, cause no, like you're not about to sit here and play me. You're no one's ever gonna sit here and play me, alright? So we got on I sent him the snap mask thing, and the first thing he said was, oh shit, and then hung up. I was about to lose my goddamn mind. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Because now you're guilty. Because now you're fucking guilty. At that point, I think I probably sat in my bed for like 10 minutes before I got up and I was like, I'm sorry. I have to go see. I had to pull up on him. I had to pull up. And it's not because I'm crazy, but it's because I don't like being lied to. Like, anyone that knows me personally knows that I'm really big on transparency. So, like, if you're not transparent with me, or at least honest with me, we have a fucking serious issue. And I'm really about to beat some ass over that. Deadass. Okay, so the way I hopped in my car and I pulled up on him, there's no fucking joke. So I pulled up to his crib, okay, and there's like an apartment building. There's like a door to get into the apartment building, and then his apartment door is like right across from like the main door of the building, right? So I text him like, hey babe, like I'm here, like I just want to talk. I brought food. I ain't pretty sure. No response, right? I said, oh, we about to play those games, huh? So then I knock on his like building door because it's close enough to his front door that he can hear. So I knock on his building door, no response. God wanted me to get crazy that day because that front building door is usually never open. It's usually locked. But that day it was open. Praise God, because he wanted me to go off. I opened like the building door because it was open, and I walked into his apartment door. Hey babe, remember his name's Emmanuel here. Emmanuel, like, open the door, babe, I'm here. Crickets. Hey, Emmanuel, open the door, I'm here. Nothing. Emmanuel, open the fucking door. I'm not playing with your ass. You're not about to sit here and play me. I know she's in there. I know she's in there. It takes a lot to get me to raise my voice because I don't scream. Like when I disrespect you at this tone. You see how I'm talking in a regular voice, regular tone? That's how I disrespect you. I'm not going to scream and disrespect you because that's too much energy. I can just disrespect you like this, right? Man, I yelled like, fuck that day. What? You are not about to sit here and play me. After everything that we've been through, after all the chances I done gave you to fix your act, this is why you can just never, ever compromise. No. So, I'm over here banging on the door, yelling at the other man, like I'm looking crazy. Also, let's also backtrack and talk about the fact I was wearing no wig. I had my pit hoodie on that I wear all the time. I have sweatpants and I have some Crocs. That's it. That's all I wore. No straight backs. Look, I'm looking like Bow Wow out here, but I didn't care because I was pissed. Anyway, I'm yelling his government name out. He texts me like, Adora, you're being crazy. We ain't even do nothing. I ain't fuck her. Da da da. Nigga, I ain't asking you to fuck her. I told you not to meet with her. I told you not to meet with her. For what? For what? Like I wasn't available today or something. Like, so what else are you doing out here? If you're gonna have me make me look dumb. I need some water for this because it's a long ass story. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I pick up the phone and I call my friends. I'm like, yo, like, we about to beat some ass. We're about to pull up on bitches. Like, I don't got time for this. I'm about to beat him and her side. Da, 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 da. I'm calling my friends all hype. I speed down to the part that they're at. I go pick them up. So we're back over here. Bro, we like hid out that night, like for a solid like 3-4 hours hiding out, waiting to like have the girl come out of the building so I could walk in and yell at him. Because it's not her fault. It's definitely not her fault that all that happened. It's definitely his fault. Like 100%. 1000%. So I wasn't about to beat no bitches up. I'm about to beat him out. Bro. So we hid out for maybe like 4 hours and like nobody came out. He texted me like, oh, like she went home right after you came. So it's no biggie. Like, I'm sorry. Da, da, da. I'm like, I hate you, man. Don't ever come like that again. Like, don't ever go crazy like that again. I'm not a crazy bitch. Fuck. Woo. I hate niggas. Anyway, I go on Snapchat. I wasn't like nosily looking through her stuff. Like it was just on like my thing of shit to watch. So I clicked on watch it, and he was in the snap in his bed. And I watched this video by 9:00 a.m. the next morning. And the video said like 3 hours ago. So 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay, so that means that video was supposed to like 6 a.m. or some shit. But I left his house at 4 a.m. after scope out. So that means that she was still in the crib when I left, and he lied again. And literally from that day forward, look, I have not let no niggas, no men, no niggas, no boys play me like that ever again. Whoa. As soon as I see a red flag, I'm gone. Like, I can't do this. And that's why I'm on that. I'm like chilling until somebody can really like treat me like a queen and not fuck up. Because I'm not out here to be banging on people's doors again and hooting and hollering and stuff. Like, no, we're not doing that. No, absolutely not. Moral of the story is do not ignore red flags because they're there for a reason. Like when a person reveals himself, just run. Like if there's anything you're uncomfortable with, run. Or block, okay? You know I like to block. You know I like that block button. Boom, boom, block, block. Another lesson from this story time. Never ever let people run all over you like that, because he like really made me look like Boo Boo the Fool. Like no one really knew him, so it didn't look like I was Boo Boo the Fool, but he indeed made me look like Boo Boo the Fool. And I'm not doing that because I am the baddest, okay? Duh. But yeah, that is the end of my story time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this story time, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have some questions or your opinions, put that in that comment section. I'm out here trying to be interactive, so make sure you interact with me. If you want another story time, put that in the comment section down below. I guess I'm gonna see y'all in another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all later. Bye, y'all.